Hey, welcome back to Score on Business. So, our next guest is Seth Hobgood, who is a 14-year veteran in the healthcare technology space and founder and chief technology officer of Interoptex. They improve healthcare by building software which ensures that doctors have access to all of a patient's medical history. Seth previously had a successful exit from another healthcare company, Redox Software. So thanks for being here, Seth.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me today, Pete.
Yeah. So how have mentors, and so you're, to kind of set the stage, you were in a business where you're building software, it takes money up front, and so there have been investors up front, and in doing that, talk about the impact that mentors have had.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good question. You know, I would say my mentors have been hugely impactful in terms of my career. You know, a lot of the lessons that I learned about how to fund a business, how to take the right risks with your business, how to communicate regularly with investors, and how to kind of grow the right way. All of those lessons I got firsthand from mentors, and that feedback really went a long way towards helping me understand how business works, particularly technology business. And the great thing about mentor input is that it's informed by a ton of experience, you know, a ton of trials that those individuals have gone through.
Right.
And they're really willing to give you, you know, the hard truths that you may not get otherwise. So.
Were these folks from the Entrepreneur Center or elsewhere?
These were mainly kind of C-level executives that I worked with over the years. Who, you know, a lot of folks like Bill Southwick in town that had been with Healthmark Partners and our CEO, Redox Software. You know, the feedback from folks like that really took me a long way.
So they had done it before?
Yes, they had been through all that before.
You know, interestingly, sometimes companies get funding, but the funders don't provide much feedback, and so it's especially with something, and we're going to get more into that, so I won't steal the thunder. So what should entrepreneurs realize as they begin building their team?
Yeah, well, obviously I've been mostly associated with healthcare IT companies building out teams, and what I've learned is that it's very important to build a team in the growing stages that's flexible and that has a skill set so that each one of the team members kind of complements the other team members. You don't want to have too much overlap. You also want to make sure that all those team members that you bring on really believe in the vision that you have and kind of the mission of the company and can really buy into it. So I think all those things are very important.
You know, most of that answer is something that folks share a lot, but with you being specifically technical, I think that's really insightful and important to get people who have flexible technical skills. Right, yeah, absolutely. It's there's a lot of heavy lifting to do when you're starting a technology company, so it's important to make sure you have all the bases covered from, you know, front end, back end, client support, all those kinds of things. So we'll get started on this next question, and then we'll probably take a little break. But what are some of your best practices relative to leadership?
Yeah, so most of the best practices that I think are really crucial to leadership, especially in the beginning stages, are kind of culture-based. So, you know, for Interoptex, communication is very important for us. So we try to establish a culture right up front of open communication, of transparency, of placing high value on clear and concise and precise communication, so that we're able to communicate effectively internally and also externally to our clients. I mean, essentially, our whole business is communication, right? We're communicating medical records from one provider to another. So it's really, really crucial for us to do that. And then also, you know, another culture item I would say it's very important and is kind of a best practice now in technology companies is kind of flexibility around the workspace. It's really important these days to allow your employees to be able to work remotely when they need to, kind of change their schedule around to fit family events, because especially in healthcare IT, you end up with a lot of kind of 24/7 service levels that you have to meet, you know, regardless of kind of what's going on in life. So you have to make sure that you're giving your employees that flexibility so they can be there when you need them.
Absolutely. And as the younger generation is coming in the workforce, which has been happening for some time now, that's something they really want.
Yeah, it's almost a requirement now to get you know, a young professional on board in the IT space.
Good. Well, let's take a break right quick, and so ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. Thanks.